I forgot to lock in again. I was meant to be working on my business, trying to retire my family, but I spent my entire day playing Minecraft instead. I was 18, I just dropped out of uni, and I had to sell my car so I could afford food because I had less than £60 to my name. But 2 years later, I locked in. I know that sounds cringy as fuck, but I made $8,000 from my freelancer business, and it takes me less than 4 hours of focus a day. I bought a laptop, I traveled to Europe, and I have the freedom to do whatever I want with my time. So today I want to give you the biggest lesson that helped me lock in and make money, so you can use it for yourself and make a shit ton of money too. So I've always been kind of retarded. I've always had this massive ego and big goals and lots of things I want to achieve, and I always felt like I was entitled to achieving everything. I remember like 3 years ago, I was walking down the river with my cousin, and we were talking about our goals and everything we wanted to do in our lives. And I kept bringing up this idea of like, oh, bro, I'm gonna build this massive fucking server hosting company where we're gonna have like merch, we're gonna expand to all the games, and we're gonna be on billboards, and we're gonna be all over the news, and we're even gonna own fucking gas stations and buildings and everything. And I had this massive dream of this business I wanted to start. And it was a fucking crazy dream, like owning gas stations and billboards and all this shit just from a gaming company. But chances are, you've probably had similar dreams. You're probably quite similar to me, where you've had these big goals that you want to achieve, and you think to yourself that for whatever reason, you 100% will achieve this, like you're entitled to achieving this. I know it sounds a bit cringy, but like it feels like you're destined for greatness. And I find it weird because some days you'll wake up with like this fire inside of you where you want to work, where you want to like achieve everything, you've got tons of motivation. But on other days, you'd wake up and I didn't even remember that conversation that I had with my cousin. I remember the day after that conversation. I woke up, I went for a piss, I sat at my desk, and I got a notification on Discord from one of my mates asking to play CSGO. And bear in mind, last night I just spoke about basically taking over the fucking world with my business, and now this guy was asking me to play CSGO with him. What do you think I did? Do you think I worked on my business and worked towards my goals and built this business I was thinking about and made progress towards everything? Or do you think I gave in and played CSGO? Of course, I joined him and I played the game. You see, I had the motivation to work. It's not like I didn't want to work towards my business. It was actually something else. I forgot about my goals. I forgot about everything that I was thinking about the night before. And it was just because of this distraction from Discord and the video games. A single DM on Discord, and I went from like an entrepreneur who's going to take over the world and build this massive business and retire his family to a loser retard who's just playing video games with his friends again. You see, we all have motivation. We all have things that we want to achieve. Right now, you're probably thinking of a goal that you want to achieve, or a business you want to start, or something that you want to do in your life. And every time you don't do it, or you choose to procrastinate or choose to do something else, it's not that that motivation goes away. It's that you forget about that motivation. We forget about the things that are important to us because we drown ourselves in everything else that isn't important. I'm going to give you an analogy that I think is going to help you understand this. So imagine I put you in this massive fucking ocean. You start on the beach, and your goal, you're literally the only one goal you have in life, is to get from one side of the beach all the way across the ocean and get to the other side of the beach. You've got a backpack on, and the only goal you have in life is to swim across the ocean with this backpack on your back. Now here's the thing, in this entire ocean, in this massive fucking blue ocean, there's little gold coins scattered around like every 5 meters or so. And as you start swimming, you start noticing these gold coins, and you think to yourself, oh fuck, there's a gold coin, maybe I should take it. I've got a backpack on, maybe I should just put it in my backpack. So you see the gold coin, you swim up to it, you put it in your backpack, and then you keep going. Every time you add a gold coin, you're stopping your swim and you're delaying how fast you can get to the other side of the ocean. And every time you add a gold coin, the backpack gets heavier. But you don't realize this because the only thing you're thinking about is like, oh fuck man, these gold coins look so sick. I'm gonna have so many of these gold shiny coins, like a little fucking gremlin goblin. So instead of focusing on the one goal of getting to the other side of the ocean, You start swimming around in this fucking ocean, like in circles, collecting these gold coins like a little retard. So instead of focusing on your one goal, which was get from this side of the ocean to the other side, you start swimming around in the middle, collecting gold coins in your backpack. You forget about your goal, you forget about everything that you wanted, because you just become this greedy little goblin who's collecting gold coins instead of achieving the thing that he said he wanted to do. And what do you think is going to happen if you keep swimming around in this ocean, collecting all these gold coins, and making the backpack even fucking heavier? It's going to get too heavy to swim. You're going to start drowning, and you're going to die in the middle of the ocean with a backpack full of coins that means fucking nothing, and you would have never achieved your goal of just getting to the other side. Every gold coin is like cheap shit dopamine. It's basically a distraction. It's the same thing if you choosing to play GTA 5 instead of fucking working on your business, or you scrolling on TikTok or binging YouTube, or talking to those retarded friends you don't even like anyway. If you have too many distractions, too many gold coins in your backpack, you won't be able to swim anymore, and you will never achieve your goal. But if you get rid of all the distractions, all the gold coins, just throw them away, throw them back into the ocean, and you just swim as hard as you fucking can, get towards your goal, get to the other side of the ocean, there's going to be better rewards than little fucking coins on the other side. Like, you don't know what lies for you once you achieve your goal. Maybe it's something worse, but realistically, every time you achieve your goal, your life gets better, and there's usually something else that you can look forward to. Like, imagine becoming rich. Do you think becoming rich is going to make you happier or less happier than spending a few minutes on fucking TikTok? So one of my students inside my program, he had this exact problem where he had this massive goal of paying off all of his debt. Like, he wanted to be debt-free and finally pay everything off. But instead of doing that, instead of working towards his goal, he was sat there collecting little fucking gold coins like a retard and letting himself get distracted by dopamine. Every 25 seconds, his phone would go off and there was some sort of dopamine there, whether it was people replying to his messages or someone showing him something else on Snapchat or Instagram notifications or Twitter, anything. Every 25 seconds, his attention was just fucked because his phone went off and he was scrolling on it looking at what happened. He was trying to run 4 different businesses because starting new things is fun, so this retard decided to just work as much as he can on everything rather than focusing on one thing, and he had already made money in one of the businesses. So all the 3 other ones that he was working on were completely irrelevant because they weren't proven. He wasn't even profitable in any of them. And he was still playing video games back then, so obviously he wasn't making any progress. So when we sat down, when we talked about what he wanted, he started to realize that everything he was doing was actually just collecting gold coins rather than swimming to the other side of the ocean. He realized that everything he was doing was causing him to drown. All of his distractions were causing him to waste so much time and spend so much energy on things that he didn't really care about, whether it was like more work or just bullshit activities. They weren't moving him closer towards his goals. Once he had that realization, it didn't take long for him to lock in, because once you realize that everything you're doing is causing you to drown and you're about to die in the middle of the fucking ocean and never reach your goal, you have all the motivation in the world to start moving towards something productive. You don't need to be a David Goggins or Jocko Willing to start working towards your goals. All you have to do is just not do the shit things. Just don't spend time in TikTok, don't play video games, and don't waste your time. And then that's it. Like, everyone who's successful doesn't have something that you don't have. They just don't have the distractions. So once we sat down and we figured that out for him, the next weekend he made £100. He made his first ever £100 in his business. And then the weekend after that, he fucking doubled it. Beforehand, he couldn't make any good decisions because he was stuck in this loop of swimming around in this ocean, collecting gold coins and putting it into his backpack. And he was like this little gremlin who just goes around collecting gold coins for no reason. But all it took was someone to say, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you collecting all these gold coins? Put them away and just swim to the other side. And once he started swimming towards his goals, he was no longer addicted to gold coins or addicted to dopamine or distractions. He was just addicted to getting money. If you want to lock in, you don't have to add anything else to your life. It's not about all these routines or productivity hacks or all this gay shit. It's literally just removing the distractions, removing anything that isn't going to help you. Less is more. And hopefully this video has helped you understand that there's no point in collecting all these fucking gold coins in your backpack. There's no point being distracted, because eventually you're going to drown. Your backpack's going to get too heavy and you're never going to achieve any of your goals. So if this video has helped you and you want more help, join the program, send me a DM once you're inside, and then I'll help you from there. Click on watch this video. Goodbye.